It's incredible, when I look at the difference. I remember my father, who was a World War II vet that swept mines off of the beaches for D-Day in a wooden minesweeper and pulled some of the obstacles off the beach because they were below the trajectory of the main guns. And after he retired from the military, he was hired by the military, but by business as well, to teach leadership to business. Like from a military perspective, after 34 or 37 years of service, go in there and talk about that. And then there was a departure away from that. So folks in MBAs were learning what they'd studied in management school and came up with 100 years ago, and really hadn't evolved much. And now when I was looking at a couple of colleagues who were doing their MBA, a lot of the content was actually taken from special forces and small group operations and joint operations as kind of, this is what leadership looks like in the future. And we probably should have never got away from it, because I think leadership is an evolution, and there's reasons why there's some general principles that have endured. I mean, we talk about, the Canadian military or the U.S. military, which was modeled after the British military, which, probably had its foundations in the Roman military, who's had its foundations in the Greek military. These are institutions and lessons learned that are thousands of years old. And from a leadership perspective, the way of doing things, I'm not saying that everything could be modeled, but there's some pretty sound principles that were weeded out through whether you won a battle or not, and whether those practices and procedures were enduring. So I think there's some really valid lessons to learn across that organization and how it's kind of evolved.
Hi, I'm John Miles, and I'm the host of the Passion Struck podcast. We have new episodes Tuesdays and Fridays, and you're not going to want to miss these next two. In my Momentum Friday episode, I'm going to talk about the importance of having an impenetrable morning routine. And then my next interview is with Major Katie Higgins Cook, a Naval Academy graduate who went on to become first female Blue Angels pilot. And I've known Katie for some time now, and this episode does not disappoint. Until then, you can catch us on Instagram at Passion Struck Podcast or on YouTube at John R. Miles. Remember, make a choice, work hard, and step into your sharp edges.